Robyn, and today we're going to be talking about all things health and fitness. If you are ready to dive into what it's like to lose 30 pounds, the bad, the good, and all my advice in between, stay tuned. This video is exactly what you need. Let's get on into it. So there are going to be 3 different sections to this video today: the bad, the good, and all my advice, so make sure you stay tuned for all of those. If you want to skip over to a certain spot, I'll make sure to leave the times in the description below so you can just get where you want to go. If you guys would like to see a fitness routine and what I do at the gym on a daily basis now, leave me a comment down below so that I know, and I'll make a fitness routine in the gym for you guys and kind of show you what I actually do when I physically work out versus just talking about stuff. Without further ado, let's get into this bad boy. The first thing I want to talk about are all the bad aspects of losing 30 pounds. Now, I thought this was going to be the most glorious time of my life. I thought, I'm going to lose 30 pounds, I'm going to gain all the friends, I'm going to gain all the clout, I'm going to become this awesome version of myself. But it turned out, while I was skinny, I was not happy. Those two things very much go hand in hand. If you are working on being a better version of yourself in your fitness journey, you also need to be working on your mental health and your wellness as well. There are a lot of things that can impact your physical attributes on the outside that are mental or internal, and we don't realize that. Like, the kind of environment we are in can really impact our motivation to do things. Or if we're not self-improving our mind every day, we won't be mentally strong enough to take on the things that we're physically strong enough to take on. I live by a rule that if it doesn't benefit me in 5 days, 5 weeks, 5 months, 5 years, I don't want to do it. Something that I found myself doing when I first got on my fitness journey was doing the quickest thing, the fastest hack to get skinny and look the way I wanted to for a specific event or XYZ. What I've really realized is if it doesn't impact me in the long run, I don't want to do it and I don't want to be a part of it. So the first thing I really want to talk about when it comes to the bad situations of losing 30 pounds is also losing friends. I know this is kind of a weird concept, but it definitely was not something that I was expecting. I thought I was going to gain so many more friends because of this newfound body that I had. I actually lost a lot of my friends, and I think part of this was due to them realizing that I was willing to work harder for my body than they were, and part of it was that I took on this new self of holding myself reliable and accountable and not needing others to give me reassurance, and beforehand I needed reassurance. So the people I surrounded myself with were people who thought that their input really mattered to me. Now, while my friends today input really does matter to me, they only give me input where it is needed, versus those kind of people would set boundaries and make me feel certain types of ways about things that were completely in my control and in my court and things that I can handle on my own. Self-image is one of those things. Don't ever let the people in your life have a negative view on your self-image. If your girls are hyping you up every time you work out, that's the kind of girls you want to be around. You don't want to be around people who are upset that you're going to the gym versus sitting and watching another episode of Rick and Morty on the couch with them. Don't allow yourself to be surrounded with people who aren't motivated in the same way you are. If you're a super motivated person, surround yourself with other super motivated people, because if you don't, it will drain you mentally, and this will make way more of a difference on your physical looks than you really think. Mental health has a lot to do with your health and wellness journey, and so you have to really take that into account when you're starting this journey. What you have to realize is that not everybody is going to be happy that you're finding this new sense of self, this new confidence. It also boosts your confidence in a lot of other things. When I feel better in my body, I feel better about going out and trying new things, meeting new people, doing new things, trying out stuff that I was scared to try out before. And people get scared of that because so many people are scared, but not enough people are willing to put themselves in those scared situations. So when I started putting myself in those situations that were uncomfortable and that people were like, well, that's out of the ordinary, that's out of the norm, I don't want to do that, they were scared, and they would reflect the things that they felt about themselves on me because they saw me doing what I needed to do to be where I needed to be. So don't let other people define your fitness journey. The next thing I wasn't really expecting was hurtful comments. I expected everybody to have their own opinion about the way I went about things and my health and wellness journey, but I wasn't expecting as much negative feedback as I did receive. A lot of people would talk about my past self and not realizing how fat they thought I was before versus now. They could really tell how much weight I had. All those kind of things kind of built up in my head and left me a really negative mind space because I didn't understand that my fitness journey was not about them. I thought it was about everybody else, and so I always took people's comments to heart, and I was like, I don't understand. I'm eating healthier, I'm doing everything I can, I'm going to the gym. Why are people saying these things about me? Well, 9 times out of 10, those people, again, are saying things that they think about themselves and just reflecting that onto you. They're scared, they're upset that you're doing the things that you're doing because they want to do them too, and you're actually doing them. And so instead of just changing their habits, what's easier is just picking on you and making comments at you. So never let those comments affect you, and don't give up. No matter how much those comments get to you, they can put you in a really bad space mentally. So just really try not to even think about those negative comments. If you're really invested in your health and fitness journey, you will not stop because of other people, because it is not about other people. It's about you and your thought and your mind and your process and improving yourself every single day. The last and final thing I want to talk about with bad, which is kind of going to be more triggering, so if you get triggered by mental health, by anxiety, depression, any of that kind of stuff, just skip on to the good part of the video because I'm going to be talking about it a lot more right here. But if you can handle that, I would like for you guys to stay. This is the part of my journey that really impacted me the most, and I would really like for you guys to listen because I think it's very important. The biggest pressure I found in my life was social media, and I don't mean just social media influencers, I mean people in my life too. And I don't mean just physically how they look, but the things they were doing. I would see people doing things that I wanted to do, and I would get very upset that they were doing them and I wasn't. And then I realized that it was all mentality, and that I could do anything I wanted to do as long as I put my mind to it and I worked hard and I did those things for myself. So I started reaching for new opportunities and trying to do new things, and I really tried to put myself in uncomfortable situations so that I could grow as a person. But yet I still found myself continually looking at Instagram influencers, social media influencers, and thinking, my gosh, why do I not look like them? And here's why. They are plastic. 80% of those girls who post are fake. Those boobs, their butt, the tummy tuck, everything, the cellulite, they've got lip injections, face lifts, XYZ. They've had more facelifts in their life than I could even imagine. It is crazy to compare yourself to those people. I got so depressed for months and months and months because I wanted to look like them so bad. I would find any quick fix. I would not eat for a couple days so I looked good in this one certain outfit. That didn't help me in the long run. I would just end up getting sick, not being able to work out, and then ending up putting myself, 2 weeks back behind where I wanted to be. I was, like I said earlier, I was taking those quick fixes and trying to make them long-term things that would work, and that doesn't work. You can't not eat and expect to be fine. It doesn't work like that. You have to choose the healthy lifestyle. You have to choose to have a salad over a burger versus not eating at all. It's little things like that, and it is so easy to get caught up. You see Instagram models and stuff, they post their diets and their workouts and all this kind of stuff, but also at the end of the day, a lot of their bodies are modified. They are, not just on Photoshop, but in real life with surgeries and fillers and all that kind of thing. And girl, if you want to get surgery and modify your body, do it. Get those breast implants, get those booty implants, tummy tuck, get rid of your cellulite, do whatever you want, okay? I'm not telling you not to do that. I'm just saying there's a fine line when it comes to mental health, and you really have to understand, are the people you're following real or are they fake? Because there are fitness Instagram models who have rockin' bods who are real, and I promise you they are real. They are working hard, they give out good content, they show you how they work out every day. Then there are people who are just posing in their bikini and look real good and you're wanting to be them, but really they're just going and getting surgery every couple days to enhance their body, make themselves look different. So the thing is, you have to think about it this way. When you are working out, you are physically changing your body. Now, genetics has a lot to do with how your body looks. So when you are becoming the healthiest version of yourself, you are becoming the healthiest, strongest, best looking version of your genetics, which I know a lot of people are like, well, what's that supposed to mean? You have to think about that. You are not plastic. You can literally not just mold yourself. A lot of these Instagram influencers and social media influencers do go and get these thousands of dollars surgeries. You have to remember you're working out and you're eating to get your real right body. It's not plastic. You can't just mold it. Social media has a very impactful way of making us feel worthless and like we are worth nothing. And I didn't understand because I was losing friends and I was getting hateful comments. I went into a really deep depression. I wasn't eating. I wasn't hanging out with friends. I wasn't doing anything that made me happy because I was skinny but no one liked me, and I didn't understand. And it was because I didn't like myself. I didn't understand my own mental awareness and capacity and what I was able to create for myself and how I needed to be in a positive environment and I needed to eat and I needed to do things that made me happy in order to work out, in order to have the energy to want to do anything to improve myself. Now I journal every day, I work out every day that I can, I read every day, I keep happy people around me, I try to influence myself in the most positive ways, I unfollow people who are unrealistic for me to compare myself to, and I really hold accountability for everything that I do. And so I think it's very easy to get caught up in social media and get depressed and get anxiety and feel suicidal and all those kind of things, but it's very important to remember at the end of the day that they are plastic and you are real. Okay, now onto the good part of the video. Once I got through all my traumatic, probably first year and a half, 2 years of working out, I really started to get into a groove. I started to understand my body, what I needed to change, the things I needed to stop eating, what I needed to do more of. So I cut soda out of my diet. I stopped drinking anything that wasn't water and coffee, because coffee's my lifesaver in the morning. I realized that I was lacking a lot of protein because I wasn't eating it in the right ways. Like I would eat one type of protein every night at dinner, literally, but just at dinner, but every night the same type of protein. So I really learned how to expand on those things. I learned I could get protein from more things than just meat, like peanut butter and peanuts. I love to eat peanuts. I throw peanuts and meat on top of a salad. So good, so healthy. Again, it's that does it benefit me in 5 days rule. If it does, then I do it. I took control of my life and I cut people out of my life who really were not doing a disservice to me. For a long time I struggled with it and I still struggle with it, but it's one of those things where you have to look again at that bigger picture. Are you holding yourself back by being sad? Like there's only so long you can be sad about people who aren't benefiting you. You cannot keep making excuses for people in your life who don't want to be there for you, who aren't the right support system, who aren't doing the right things for you. I live on my own now. Best thing to ever happen to me, honestly. I love it. I love to be in control of my environment. Mentally, I do have a lot of issues going on, and so being actually physically in control of something helps ease my anxiety. This led me to my best friends and my best life. I'm doing things now that I love to do every day. I'm making YouTube videos. I have the right support system. I'm able to go to church events that I want to go to without feeling like my friends are going to judge me. I volunteer at food bank as much as I can because it's something I love to do, and all of these things are things that I would not have done before if I hadn't improved my health and fitness lifestyle. If I hadn't have made those choices back then to really improve my inner self, then I would not be where I am today. Part of becoming really healthy in your lifestyle is learning how to control your mental health. So I cannot recommend enough reading books or listening to podcasts that are about self-improvement. It is so important that you are taking time to reflect on your own who you are, what you value, and if you are doing things the way that you would be proud of. There have been so many times when I've read a book and I've thought, man, I do that and I didn't even realize, and I'm not proud of that. And I've been able to change my action. You have to be self-aware of those things, and a lot of times we're not. Reading those books, listening to podcasts, it helps you become more self-aware. I'm gonna post some pictures right here of before and afters, and just some kind of wanted to show you guys how different I looked from the first pictures when I'm skinny but I'm not actually happy versus now when I'm living in this happy internal lifestyle where my lifestyle is happy, where I'm happy constantly, where it's not just my body that makes me happy but the things I do and the people I'm around and the environment I'm constantly in. I'm just really proud that my lifestyle changed for the better. The second thing I want to talk about in the good is the internal gratification you get from becoming this more healthy person. It is so internally gratifying to look at yourself and go, man, I went through some tough times, but I showed up for myself every day. I read 10 pages of my book, I took a shower, I brushed my teeth, I went to the gym, and I did what I could every day to self-improve. If you change 1% of your life every single day for a year, you will do a 365% change. Think about that. That is from the book Atomic Habits. If you guys want book suggestions, I will do a whole series on that because I have so many books, but that is one of my first killer books that I can recommend is Atomic Habits. The other book that I can recommend that is so good for girls is The Audacity to Be Queen. Such a good book. It really just puts things in perspective for you. But again, really think about what I just said. If you change 1% of your life every day for 365 days, you are going to do a 365% flip. How crazy is that? How crazy is that? You become 365 times the person you were if you hadn't have just made one change every day. It is so much more rewarding to feel gratification from yourself, to be able to look at yourself and go, I'm proud of you, than to have somebody else say it. I love having other people tell me they're proud of me and that they see me working hard and that they see me doing my fitness stuff, and really, but I cannot stress how important it is to look at yourself and be proud of yourself and who you are and who you're becoming. I'm journaling, I'm reading, I'm going to the gym, I'm going on long walks with my dog, I'm having tough conversations I didn't want to have before. I'm really taking self-improvement. I'm looking at myself and changing myself based on really who I want to be. Am I being the person that I talk about wanting to be? And now I'm just very happy with myself and the decisions that I make on a daily basis. And the third and final thing that I want to talk about with the good is, I cannot tell you how much my mental health has improved. It has improved astronomically. I mean, I'm so much happier than I've ever been in my life before. And it's all due to the fact that I am taking steps to improve myself every day, mentally, physically, and I'm challenging myself. I'm putting myself in uncomfortable situations. I'm doing things that I really want to do for myself and by myself, and being able to reward myself because I am doing those things for myself. I can't explain how much better life has become. I see the beauty in everything. I wake up every morning with a grateful heart. I am ready to start the day. I get on that treadmill and god dang, I am so thankful that I can run. I'm so thankful I can walk. I take time to listen to positive messages when I walk first thing on the treadmill in the morning. I close my eyes and I hold on to the treadmill and I just close my eyes and I inhale and I listen to a meditation or affirmations or something that just really makes me think about all the positive things going in my life. When I work out in the morning, I feel 10 times better throughout the day. I get way more stuff done and I'm just overall way happier and way more productive. If I could give you advice now, what would I give you? Number one thing that I can tell you is to never, ever, 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 ever give up. No matter who or what tells you to, no matter how many hurtful, mean comments you get, no matter how long you think no one notices, do not give up. You are doing this for you, not for anybody else. It is so important to look at the bigger picture. You have to take accountability. Are you doing what's right for you? Don't ever give up. It gets so hard. I'm telling you, I went through months of depression when I just wanted to give up. I didn't understand my worth. I didn't understand why I was still here. I just didn't get it because I couldn't understand that it wasn't just about physicality. And you really have to understand that in order to become the best healthy version of yourself. Second piece of advice that I keep telling you, and I will keep telling you, and I will keep telling you, and I will keep telling you, is do it for your dang self. Nobody in this world cares as much as you do about yourself. I'm serious. I am so serious. Family, friends, boyfriend, no one cares about you more than you do. Here's why. Every day when you are sleeping at night, who's helping you breathe? You. Every day when you get up in the morning and you are walking out that door, whose legs are you walking on? Yours. Whose brain are you in 24/7? Yours. You have to take care of yourself. You have to be feeding yourself positive information. You have to be loving yourself enough to do things for yourself and be wanting and willing to work hard for those things. It is so hard to want to do it for other people, but I promise way better results if you stay in the mindset that you're doing it for you and not for anybody else. And my third and final piece of advice is you are always allowed to be proud of yourself if you got up and did more than you did yesterday. Hell, if you even did the exact same as you did the day before, that is fine as long as you don't repeat that 3 days in a row. It is so easy to get stuck in doing things that are not positive for ourselves. When you start doing positive things for yourself, reward yourself. Make sure that you are holding yourself accountable, that you are continually telling yourself, I went to the gym yesterday, I can do it again today. I did this yesterday, I can do it again today. I read 11 pages yesterday, I can read 12 today. Little baby steps. One thing every day will completely change your life. Be proud of yourself. You are doing everything you can to become a better version of yourself. That's not about anybody else. Internally, you should recognize that and appreciate that of yourself. You are doing what you can to become a better version of you, and I am proud of you, and you should be proud of you too. So, if you guys want to see any more fitness, health related videos, let me know in the comments down below. This was very raw and emotional, and I'm sorry, but I just needed to get this out there. If you guys want to see any more health, wellness, and fitness videos, let me know down in the comments below. I am so glad that you guys decided to tune in for this talk today, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. I really enjoyed making it. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you. Leave a like, a comment, subscribe, and until next time, stay beautiful, my peeps.
Subscribe down below and hit the notification